This has been one of the hottest summers in history. Some people are loving it, while others are hoping this level of heat never returns again. The same is true about life. Some people absolutely love the lives they live, while others want an entire life do-over. Most people will call this life do-over a reinvention. But what if reinvention isn't the correct word? Because reinvention suggests replacing your current life with an entirely new one. What if this new life isn't about creating a new you, but learning to recognize what has always been true? Maybe a curated life doesn't ask, what or who should I become? Maybe it begins with a different question. Is my life today aligned with who I am today? Because there's a difference between reinventing your life and curating it. Well, good morning and welcome to Curated Life Network. There's a difference between curating our life and reinventing our life. Maybe we think we want to reinvent our lives, but maybe it's curation that we need. Maybe it's curating a life by authoring a life, designing a life authentic to who we are becoming. Sometimes we think we need to become a new person by reinventing ourselves, but that wouldn't have to mean we are throwing our old selves out the window. But we don't have to reinvent an entirely new life. We can take the jewels from what we've learned in the past. We can take something that is current in our lives and not throw it out the window, but actually curate it, change it a bit, not reinvent the whole thing, mold it, shape it, and design it into something we desire. Now, we curate from a place of authoring, writing the script ourselves, knowing what it is that we actually want, knowing how we want that script to play out. Now, there are some movies, TV shows in which there were scripts written, and those scripts were totally thrown out the window. Rewrite it, rewrite it. And sometimes things have to be rewritten to the point that when it's all done, it does look like something totally new. But we're going to shift our mind from reinvent to curate. We're going to shift our language from reinventing ourselves to actually curating a life that we desire. I've tried to reinvent myself on several occasions, but it didn't work. 5, 10 years later, I found myself back at that point of reinventing. Now, I'm thinking if I have to keep doing this every time I want something new, I want to become someone new, then that means I'm going to have to keep doing this cycle over and over. So I shifted my mindset and I thought, I don't want to reinvent myself. I just want to become a better version of myself. Now, life is going to cause us to come to these moments. We don't have control over life itself. If we don't think curating something as opposed to reinventing something, we will keep trying to start anew, start anew. So instead, let's just take the old, cut off what we don't want, and then shape, mold, and curate the parts that we want to keep. Because let's be real here. If we wanted to reinvent our lives, that means we would actually have to start our entire lives all over. Now, that's not reality. So, as you go through your week, I want you to think of scripts that have been written for you. And don't think to yourselves, I really just wish I can start my life all over. I want you to embrace the good things, embrace the lessons, and think, if I could go back and start over, what parts of my life would I change right now? I can't go back and have my childhood all over again. But where I am now in my life, the parts that I love about that, how can I curate that so that I can continue to build upon that to author the life that I desire? And always remember, if the script doesn't fit, flip it and rewrite it. Talk soon.